Good morning, friends. My name is Miss Bridget, and welcome to Preschool Storytime, right here on the Sewickley Public Library YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about what happens on this channel all week long. On Tuesdays, we have Babies and Books. On Wednesdays, we have Stories for 2s and 3s. On Thursdays, you're with me at Preschool Storytime. So join us for all those story times at 9:30 a.m. In addition, winter reading begins on January 19th, and you can register for that on the Sewickley Public Library website on the children's section. And I know you're reading a lot, so make sure you're logging all those books you're reading for chances to win prizes. Now let's warm our hands up to sing Hello Friends today. We'll take a break from snow, even though it's behind me today, to sing Hello Friends. One finger on each hand, please, and then we're gonna crisscross them like that, and that's friends. Here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends. It's time to say hello. Let's warm up to go a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3. Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends. It's time to say hello. Well, that was excellent. Now that I've said hello to you and you said hello to me, how about we get started with a story? Our first book today, and our theme is my new favorite book. So these are books that have come out recently that I really like. This one is called Sun and Moon Have a Tea Party by Yumi Hugh and Nakao Stu. And I would like to thank Schwartz and Wade, New York, for their permission to read it to you today. Sun and Moon Have a Tea Party. One late afternoon, the sun and the moon had a tea party. Do you know, said the moon, what moms and dads do? They get their children ready for bed. She took a sip of tea. No, they don't, said the sun. Moms and dads get their children ready for school. Not so, said the moon. Children have to go to sleep. Wrong, replied sun. Children have to go to school. Which one of them is right? They walk down bustling sidewalks and across busy streets. Streets aren't busy. They're as dark and as lonely as the moonless sky, said Moon. Is that true? I think they both might be true. No, streets are filled with people, just like the sky is filled with birds. How can birds fill the sky, said Moon, when they are always snuggled down in their nests? But how can birds snuggle down, said Sun, when they're flying over everything but us, above rivers like mirrors and wildflowers that blow hello in the wind? Rivers can only reflect my face, said Moon. They can reflect mine too, said Sun. I'm right and you're wrong, said Moon, putting down her cup. No, I'm right and you're wrong, said Sun, putting down his cookie. Just then, Cloud drifted by. What are you two arguing about? He asked. And so they explained. Moon, you are right, said Cloud. And Sun, you are right too. You must each stay up past your bedtime and you will see. Early the next morning, Sleepy Moon rubbed her eyes and hid behind Cloud. And this is what she saw. Moms and dads pouring cereal, putting on coats, dogs chasing their tails, and trees standing guard in green uniforms. All day long, the world was abuzz with activity. As dusk fell, Sleepy Sun rubbed his eyes and hid behind Cloud. This is what he saw. Moms and dads tucking in blankets and reading stories, dogs sweetly dreaming, and trees standing guard in gray pajamas. Who would have guessed, Sun exclaimed. Even the morning glories are fast asleep. All night long, the world was still. The following day, Sun thought of Moon, and the following night, Moon thought of Sun. And in the world below, everything shone in their light. And that is, and there's cloud and some stars. That is the end of Sun and Moon Have a Tea Party. Well, thank you so much for listening to our first story. Let's warm our hands up to sing Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Here we go. We're going to do it 3 times. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll get there very soon. If you want to take a trip, climb inside my rocket ship. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll get there very soon. From 3, get down way low. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Blast off! We'll go a little bit faster. Here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll get there very soon. Now we climb. If you want to take a trip, climb inside my rocket ship. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll get there very soon. Get down way low from 5. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Okay, now we're gonna go super duper fast. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll get there very soon. If you want to take a trip, climb inside my rocket ship. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll get there very soon. Okay, get down way low. From 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Well, that was excellent. Now it's time for us to have a seat. Here we go. Everybody have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Everybody have a seat on the rug, not on the ceiling, not on a bug. Everybody have a seat on the rug, not on the ceiling, not on a bug. Everybody have a seat on the rug. Are we all sitting and ready for another story? Our next story is Tad. Sometimes the biggest stories have the smallest beginnings, by Benji Davis, and I would like to thank HarperCollins for their permission to read it to you today. Tad was a frog. Well, that was not quite true. She was almost a frog. Tad was small, smaller than her Tad brothers, smaller than her Tad sisters. Tad was the smallest, almost a frog in the whole wide pond. She was so small that she had to wiggle her tail twice as fast to keep up with any of the others. Keep up, they would say, or Big Blub will get you. Tad had never seen Big Blub. Big Blub, they said, was a great, big, nasty fish. Big Blub swam in the deep, dark, murky parts of the pond. He was old as mud, they said. He would wait until the sun went behind the clouds, till the whole pond was gray. Then he would glide out from the dark patches and... Gulp! No, Tad did not want to know. She decided not to believe in Big Blub. But just in case, she kept to the shallow, sunny parts of the pond where Big Blub could not get her. And then, when the sun went behind the clouds, she carefully hid behind the rocks and plants, hoping that Big Blub would not find her. Day by day, the tadpoles grew. Look, they grew back legs and front legs. They grew webbed toes. Their legs grew longer. Their legs grew stronger. Stretching their 4 legs as wide as they could, they felt like they wanted to climb out of the pond. They rushed into the shallow water quicker than you could blink. Swish, swish, wiggle, swish, wiggle, wiggle. Their tails got smaller and smaller, until they no longer had tails at all. We've lost our tails, we've lost our tails, they cheered, all except for Tad. Every night they would find a big leaf and curl up together. But as the nights passed, Tad noticed fewer and fewer tadpoles to curl up to. There were 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Each night, Tad counted her tad brothers and tad sisters. Where had they all gone? She didn't like to think. Tad played in the shallows with her last tad brother and tad sister. You can't catch us, Big Blub, her last tad sister called out from the shadows. But soon, there were just 2. It seems like there are fewer of us than before, don't you think? Tad said to her last tad brother. And then there was only 1. But she was strong and she was clever and she knew all the best hiding places. And Big Blub would never catch her. Oh no, Big Blub! Tad swam faster than she had ever swam in her entire life. Then Tad did something she had never done before. She swam up and up and up and up, and Big Blub sank back down to the deep, dark, murky part of the pond where he belonged. Glub, blub, 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 blub. Tad climbed onto a rock, her big round eyes blinking in the bright sky, and it felt good to be out of the water. I've lost my tail! I've lost my tail, she sang. Tad was a frog. She had a funny feeling, a twist in her belly. She spread out the ends of her toes, coiled up as tight as a spring, and jumped! And look, here are all her brothers and sisters. They didn't get eaten by Big Blub. They all crawled out of the pond, just like Tad did. And that is the end. But look, they're all sleeping in a little leaf again. That's the end of Tad. Well, my friends, we've read both of our stories, we've sung some songs, so it's time for us to say goodbye, friends. Here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye, friends. All right, my friends, I will see you all next week for Preschool Story Time. I hope you have an excellent week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.